Hello everyone, I am back with yet another video for the day, and as you can tell by my special guest who I have nicknamed George, this video will be about Pokemon. And I don't know why I pronounced about like that, but that's beside the point. This video in particular will be about the select few Pokemon fans who pretty much disregard and trash anything that is not Generation 1 in the Pokemon fandom. To say the least, these people are pretty much absolutely ridiculous and the most annoying people that I have ever met in the Pokemon fandom. And that's not to say that all of them are annoying, but there are a select group of them who are just absolutely ridiculous, to say the least. And they use the same excuses all the time as to why anything after Generation 1 and sometimes Generation 2 suck. This is what they say. This is an example of a Genwunner, as they call them on Facebook. Oh my god, everything after Generation 1 totally sucks. Why can't we go back to the days when the anime was actually good? Who the fuck is Iris? Ash and Misty are like together. They were totally fucking in the first season. Oh my god, when Butterfree left, I totally cried. Oh my god, when Pidgeotto evolved into Pidgeot, I totally had a moment. Like, we will never get those anime moments back again. And now there are Pokemon based on ice cream and swords and trash. Like, we never got that. Remember when Pokemon was actually original? Like, there weren't Pokemon based on actual things in the real life world. Pokemon are too complex now. Like, seriously? That is both to the fact that I was able to do that so easily and come back to my regular persona, and to the fact that there are people actually out there who are actually like that. Number one, how the hell can you complain that Pokemon, especially in Generation 5, are too complex, and yet the Pokemon in Generation 1, number one, had both complex Pokemon and simplistic Pokemon, and number two, the Pokemon that you're complaining about are simplistic Pokemon. There are Pokemon is based on an ice cream cone and trash. Generation 5. And then you have a big blob of what the fuck ever muck is, and a Pokeball. And Voltorb and Electrode. And Pikachu's a mouse! It doesn't get more simpler than a mouse! Except a balloon. Now that I think about it, Jigglypuff. But anyways, you can't say that Pokemon is too complex now. That makes no goddamn sense. I would rather Pokemon be complex and people actually put thought into a creative Pokemon than to just have it be a big blob of something like Muck. Even though I love Muck. I'm using Muck right now in my replay of Soul Silver. He's amazing. But anyways, it's just... I don't understand why people complain about Pokemon. Pokemon is here for us to have fun. Like, if you prefer Generation 1 over all the other generations, that's perfectly fine. You can have your opinion. But when you complain consistently about what you hate about other generations in particular, and continue to praise Generation 1 anytime Pokemon comes up, clearly you don't hate the other generations that much because you keep talking about them and you continue to play them even though you prefer Generation 1. You would think that if you really prefer Generation 1 out of all the other generations in Pokemon, you wouldn't have played any of the other games except maybe past 3. But somehow these people seem to know about the game mechanics in Diamond and Pearl. They seem to know about all the Pokemon in Generation 5 and their stats and how they work and whatnot. Clearly, you're not that disgusted with Pokemon if you continue to buy the games, you continue to watch the anime to know that it sucks, and you just continue to pay attention to anything that's not Generation 1 in general. So I don't know why you're sitting here complaining when the fact of the matter is you clearly don't hate the other generations that much because you continue to participate in the other generations. Like I said, Pokemon is here for us to have fun. And to just enjoy the little monsters and collect them and keep them in potentially smelly balls. I don't know. Can Pokemon shit in their Pokeballs? I wonder. I really want that question answered. Anyways, it's just ridiculous that I'm constantly seeing Generation 1 this, Generation 1 that, Generation 1 this, Generation 1 that. It's like, who cares? Like, it is... Just because it's nostalgic does not mean it is the best thing. And now it's getting to the point where people are complaining about the fact that apparently in the recent Pokemon anime, they had a flashback where Ash met Charmander and they reanimated it. People went apeshit crazy that they reanimated it. because it would make so much sense for the anime creators in Pokemon to start animating the style the same exact way now that they did almost 20 years ago. Because that would make so much sense. And you know, the funny thing about that is, if they did continue the same anime style that they did back then, now, people would be complaining that there was no growth in the Pokemon series. So really, no matter what, you're gonna complain about something as long as it regards Generation 1. So what's the point? And it's like these people just want to be seen all the time, and it's freaking annoying. Like when I go to the comment section in Mother of Mew and I see, oh, remember the days of Generation 1. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are the best starters. The other starters suck. Oh my god, why are there 4 fire fighting types? Don't start with me. And there are 3, I know, but there are some idiots out there who just complain all the goddamn time about firefighting. Even though if Fennekin is firefighting, I'm gonna lose my shit. But that's beside the point right now. I hope he's fire psychic. But that's beside the point right now. Genwunners, if you prefer Generation 1, that is perfectly fine. You are entitled to your opinion. You can enjoy Generation 1. But this is what I'm going to need you to do. Find a ROM on the internet. Go to viz.com. Pull out your old Game Boy, your Nintendo 64, whatever. Play Generation 1 games. And shut the hell up. Because the rest of us just want to enjoy our Pokemon in peace. We don't need you adding your little 2-piece scent, 2-piece in a biscuit of complaints. I'm not the Popeyes lady. I don't give out specials for complaining. I don't give a shit whether or not you prefer Generation 1 over the other ones, and whether you think all the over 400 Pokemon other than the original 151 suck. If you really think they suck, go back and play Pokemon Blue and shut up. Like, seriously. But at the least, be thankful that we can walk diagonally in Pokemon now. And that we can have black people in Pokemon. Even though there's going to be that one person out there who's going to argue that Brock is black, even though he's not. But anyways, the Pokemon series is going to continue to grow. Things are not going to stay the same. People need to realize this. People need to live this. People need to love this. Because at the end of the day, like Generation 6 is proving, growth is not always a bad thing. And new generations is not always the bad thing. And stay still. So at the end of the day, just love Pokemon. Just play it. Enjoy the games. Just enjoy yourself with Pokemon. Collect them. Wonder about the Pokemon theories and myths. Ship Ash and Misty, and throw tomatoes at people if they don't end up together in the series finale of the anime. Just freaking play Pokemon. And like George. Like this video for George. See ya.